Hello there, my Capricorn Collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness. Oh, what covers you, Capricorn? The Chariot vibes. Capricorn, some of you had choice between two. This keeps coming up for you in a very interesting way here, Capricorn. So take your time with your decision making. It's kind of Five of Swords energy. Some of you are going to have two false starts. So with regard to work options with you, romantic options with you, some of you, now isn't the time. Be a little mindful when it comes to your romantic relationships or partnerships. There's like the Piscean energy on it. I don't know if you're dealing with a Pisces or some of you with regard to just messy energy. Mindful of someone's codependencies. So there's the Page of Swords. There's the Hangman vibe. Yeah, it's almost like a counterintuitive energy with you. So make sure that you're looking at things from a higher perspective and trusting your instincts and your intuition here, Capricorn. You keep showing up abundance energy. It's a very fertile vibe with you. Some of you, there's a lot of positive energy coming in. So expect your work to pick up. But you need to make sure that you're being rather proactive in this energy. The Seven of Wands with the Six of Swords to the Six of Pentacles, grounded and focused. So you're not letting your emotions overwhelm you. There with that sort of a bit of inspiration. But taking your time. Knight of Wands, the Page of Pentacles is looking at the Page of Swords, and there's the Virgo vibe. Don't expect like dramatic energy, Capricorn. Some of you avoid like the dramatic energy. So you're far more analytical than what you are being emotionally driven by your feelings here. The High Priestess there at the Hierophant vibe. You'll know if the vibe is right. You'll feel it if the vibe is right. There's this emphasis on making smarter choices. So some of you, this is looking at a relationship or partnership and really determining if it's got like the longevity that you're interested in instead of just the quick passionate vibe. I feel like your two choices, your two options, whatever the hell that is, this is like the energy that they're coming towards you in. You got way too much of this Nine of Swords energy with regard to you. Some of you, someone could want to apologize, but they created way too much of a burden for you. So they were an anchor weight. Anytime you see the Six of Swords energy, mindful of the emotional anchor weight relationships or partnerships. I don't know, some of you could be dealing with water signs in general because you have Cancer, you have Scorpio, and there you have the Pisces. So you need to be far more analytical than what you are emotionally driven. There's success here, tangible success, if you focus. But you are going to have to be mindful of the anchor weight sort of relationships or partnerships. Your like timing on things is right on point. That's what makes the difference. So focus on the tangibles. Some of you, really good work options, really good work opportunities. Those of you, if you're not overwhelmed with dating or you're not even thinking about like romantic relationships or partnerships, this is you focusing on what's best for you. And some of you could find yourself having to make choices where you're putting more time, energy, and effort in the work that you do than what you are, maybe your interpersonal relationships or partnerships. Because I feel like someone's sorry, but you're only going to get like a half-assed excuse for why they're sorry, and you're never really going to know exactly what the hell they were kind of doing to keep you like stuck or stagnant. Hopefully you're not in the Nine of Swords energy. Some of you, you got like two choices or two options, but whoever's coming towards you, they're in Nine of Swords energy. So you're really not going to get the truth behind whatever the fuck their energy was. So make sure that you're far more analytical than what you are being emotionally overwhelmed. You didn't get the Six of Cups vibe. So Capricorn, I don't feel like a lot of you are really focused on X energy. They're an X for a reason. You've moved through that vibe. Work, love, life energy as well on this Capricorn. Those of you with regard to like work options or work opportunities, those of you with who you bring into your energy, there's two people you really can't trust. They're coming in that Scorpio and Pisces energy. There could be an apology here, but you're never going to really get the truth behind what they're really sorry for. Because now you're pulling this abundant energy. This required a lot of work on your behalf. So none of this is easy. So once you get into this energy of prioritizing yourself, achieving your dreams or goals, focusing on the tangibles, some of you aren't going to stay stuck or stagnant all up in your feels. You're really going to be able to analyze those situations, relationships, partnerships, options, or opportunity from more of a healthy perspective. Because you're pulling that Ace of Wands energy here. People need you far more than you need them. But you're not going to get the clarity with regard to exactly some of you, what their sort of vibes are. So, you're going to get like half-ass apologies, or you're going to get a lot of half-truths. So anyone in that Nine of Swords energy is going to come in and tell you just enough to sort of get that kind of understanding when it comes to you. But there's far more to it than what you can even imagine. It's messy vibes. It's messy vibes. Queen of Wands, the Fool, the Tower. Some of you, someone paved the way for you to actually get this abundance energy, but some of you aren't really recognizing it. Sometimes you need to be single, so those relationships, partnerships, options, or opportunities that don't work out, they don't work out on your behalf. This is those of you that's understanding that and realizing that and not wasting too much time, energy, and attention on relationships, partnerships, options, or opportunities that don't work out. You're going to have a lot of hype people around you. So this is like the hype person. This is like the salesperson's energy. Whether you're feeling this success vibe here now, Capricorn, or not, you're in that vibe. So you're manifesting in a very positive energy. But you notice the Queen of Wands is rather indifferent. And with the Queen of Wands, you always get like the manipulation energy. It's a very fertile vibe, so mindful of that. Oh. You pulled Virgo. The Eight of Cups always feels like the wise Virgo energy, kind of on that little journey of self-discovery, focusing more on themselves, prioritizing themselves. I like the moon vibes here. I like the star vibes. Capricorn, do watch your favorite astrologer. I feel like for some of you, astrology is working out for you. So things that aren't working out, you kind of trusting it and going with the flow on that. Because there are like two options, two opportunities. But whoever, whatever that energy is with you, they're both coming at you with Nine of Swords energy. But they're not really going to tell you everything. It's going to be a lot of half-truths. So you kind of need to embody the Pisces and the Scorpio energy because they're coming at you in Pisces and Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy brings the stinger. Pisces is just undecided, or there's far more to it than what you could even imagine. So endings, new beginnings. Trusting your instincts and your intuition though here, Capricorn. So you're not stuck. But some of you, this could almost feel that way, especially when it comes to the emotional connections. So someone wants to tug on those heartstrings, but you're only going to get like half-truths. They're not going to be lying. They're just not going to be telling you everything. There's a lot of half-truths. So if you're dealing with this type of energy, you need to allow a lot of time before you even focus on that, because there's a lot of shit they're not going to be telling you. So they'll tell you just enough to sort of tug on that heartstring, but you got to be smart enough to not get stuck or stagnant in that sort of bullshit energy. Because it's probably far worse or more complicated than you even imagine. So it's like it wasn't just a kiss, or it wasn't just a one-time fling, or it wasn't just them. Those of you with regard to work options or work opportunities, I know Capricorn, some of you don't like to hear self-produced, self-published, but some of you, you need to make sure that you're focusing on yourself. So you got two people who's sorry, but they're sorry because they're now a Nine of Swords. You're not really stuck or stagnant. The Virgo and the Aquarius energy with you, those of you with Virgo, strong placement in your astrology, Western or Vedic, mindful of that energy. It should be a comfortable sort of cocooning energy with you, where you are able to make smart, healthy choices without being emotionally overwhelmed. When in doubt, take your time. Some of you, with regard to those apologies, you need a hell of a lot more time to really kind of understand what the energy is, because they're coming at you with this sort of energy, Seven of Cups. They're not going to lie, but it's going to be like half-truths. So that's the energy in which they're coming at you. They're going to be approaching you with regard to like an option or an opportunity, because you're showing up abundant energy. With the High Priestess energy there, the Hierophant vibe, you had the Page of Swords, so you got Crosswatcher energy. I don't feel like you're out there living your life out loud. You're just kind of doing your thing. A lot of you are definitely prioritizing work, so you're far more focused on tangible outcomes than maybe what you are relationships or partnerships, because all relationships or partnerships are fickle. They could want to be in your energy for a while. You could be the person of that gets their attention, but there's always some sort of shit that you're not aware of. So street smart and wise, especially when it comes to the emotional options or opportunities here, Capricorn. The emphasis on partnerships with you. When some of you, you need to be thinking about doing your own thing, or at least not getting entwined in messy kind of options or opportunities. Some of you are getting just a bunch of half-truths. So even if you do accept an apology, take your time before you really kind of trust somebody, and let everything sort of... because they're not telling you the whole story. They're not really going to let you know everything that they did. They're going to apologize enough to kind of tug on your heartstrings here. Try a little tenderness. I like this green energy. It's a very abundant energy with you, and some of you got a lot of people green with Ivy, because you are kind of blessed. I don't feel a lot of religious energy when it comes to you, Capricorn, but with the High Priestess energy there, the Hierophant vibes, if you're a praying person, those of you that kind of, how you look at things, how you understand things, this is really what makes the difference. There's a blessed energy with you. But you had to go through a lot in order to kind of understand this. With the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. Sitting on the dock of the bay, just watching the tide roll away. And then look, there will be an answer, let it be. Whew. Dominant Seven of Swords and Seven of Cups. Someone's sorry, but they're in Nine of Swords energy. You're going to get half-truth, so they're not really going to be lying to you, but they're not going to be telling you everything. So, mindful with regard to those options or opportunities. King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, ooh, to the Three of Swords. There's the Empress, the Six of Cups, there with the Five of Wands. Playing with the Queen of Hearts, knowing it ain't really smart, The Joker is the only fool who'll do anything for you. Emphasis on your astrology. You got Aries energy here, Sagittarius. You've had all 3 water signs. So some of you be very mindful of that. But the 3 of Pentacles, you could have an interesting trine going on in your astrology. Now's not the time to be overwhelmed. So you're kind of embodying that King of Cups vibe. I was good on my own. That's the way it was. Some of you are seeing that happiness here. So that relationship or partnership had to not work out in order for you to pull focus back on yourself. This is the rainbow after the rain vibes. Those of you, if you're dealing with water signs in particular, yeah, now's just not the time. You'll know if the vibe is right. Whoever's coming at you, they're coming at you with 9 of Swords energy. So if they want to apologize, they're not really lying, but they're not really telling you the whole truth. With regard to work, love, life vibes here. So this could be a work situation with you. Some of you prioritizing your life, so you're not... Work is work, friends are friends, romance is romance. Some of you getting out of like the group dynamics on that. With the Emperor, the Empress energy, some of you could be moving away from a family dynamic. So the Emperor and the Empress ain't making your decisions. There's this focus on partnerships with you, but whoever's in that partnership with you wants to be the one that kind of dictates the emotional feel of the relationship or partnership. But all they bring is illusion and confusion and half-truths. You're not stuck. So some of you are going to be stuck, whether that relationship or partnership is going to be worth it. Others of you, you're prioritizing yourself. You're achieving achievable dreams and goals. This is tangible goals. Relationships or partnerships aren't tangible options or opportunities because you're dealing with 2 people who have different thoughts and different feelings. So this is why some of you self-produce, self-publish, and keep that energy separate from what's really important to you. This is such a healthy energy that really makes all the difference. But it's kind of just a switch up in philosophy, ideology with you. Those of you, if you are somewhat religious or spiritual, it's like looking at things differently. There's that abundance energy. But it's got to make sure that you got this abundance and not necessarily with like the 3 of Cups vibe. Everyone wants to be codependent upon you. That's what you need to be mindful of. A lot of half-truths. It's a lot of half-truths. Because with that 7 of Wands, you're in that Ace of Wands energy. Same with the 8 of Cups. Oh, Capricorn. This isn't about love. This is about tangible options, tangible opportunities. So even if you are dating, this is taking your time. Looking at things from a completely different perspective. The 4 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, even you know now isn't the time. You're hard to read, but everyone wants to kind of tug on those heartstrings as well. So for some of you, now isn't the time for the heart-to-heart conversations or to be emotionally vulnerable. Especially if you've got a lot of Scorpio, Pisces. You got Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. They were the 3 major arcana that come out way too early in this. So I feel like you need to avoid that stuck, stagnant energy. Because it's kind of anchor weight. It's anchor weight relationships or partnerships, or someone is carrying too much of an emotional burden, and they kind of need your attention right now. You're going to get half-truths, so, I mean, it's not like they're not telling you the truth, but they're not telling you everything. So there's far more energy on that, especially with the Pisces and the Scorpio vibe. And then with the 3 of Cups energy. Ooh, Capricorn. Good luck, God bless, take what's yours and leave what's not. Let's put another song on this for you, Capricorn. Watch your favorite astrologer as well, Capricorn. You'll know if the vibe is right. This is more tangible options, tangible opportunities. Relationship or partnership isn't a tangible option or a tangible opportunity because there's too many variables in that. You're not just, this is more focused on you, what you're able to achieve, the dreams and goals you're able to achieve on your own versus with regard to other options or other opportunities. Self-producing, self-publishing. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Ooh, tugging on them heartstrings. Look at that. I feel like you're embodying the king and queen energy right now, Capricorn. Some of you aren't really interested in that emperor, empress type vibe because that's a very complicated type of relationship or partnership. It's very high maintenance. It's a very high maintenance relationship or partnership. So keep in mind the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. Some of you, that can be a very messy vibe as well. So, good luck, God bless, take what's yours, and leave what's not, Capricorn. Peace, love, and light.